What's up YouTube? Today I want to show you how you can take some metal pipe fittings, metal pipe, and spray paint and turn them into an awesome industrial metal coat hanger or rack for your loft apartment. Alright guys, so for this project we're only going to need a couple simple things. I went ahead and grabbed some 3/4 inch plywood oak that we'll use for the project, and then I also grabbed some 1/2 inch steel galvanized pipe which we'll also use. The lengths I got were 18 inches and 5 feet. Now in terms of hardware, we're going to use a 1/2 inch steel floor flange to help mount our pipe to the plywood base. We're also going to use a 1/2 inch steel elbow which we'll use to put the two pieces of pipe together, and then a 1/2 inch cap to kind of finish off the look. Now I went ahead and picked up some spray paint that I thought would do the job for finishing off the look. I wanted to use the engine enamel because I thought it would be a little tougher in terms of resisting scratches and dings. I also picked up some lacquer thinner to help clean up the pipe. Now for mounting the flange to the floor, I just went ahead and used my drill and then some large screws I had lying around in my shop. Finally, I just used this old cloth I had that we'll use to clean up the pipe. It's important to get the pipe as clean as possible in order for the paint to stick to it. I was using a primer, but a lot of this pipe comes actually pretty dirty from the store, and so if you don't clean it, sometimes it'll just flake off on you. Now what I'm doing here is just going to go ahead and mark the exact middle of this plywood so that we can put the flange in center as possible. As you can see, I'm actually mounting it to the very back of the plywood though, so that once we screw the pipe on, it'll resist tipping over once we have the hanger fully loaded. After I placed the 4 screws, the flange was pretty sturdy. I went ahead and just gave the pipe a good couple turns to make sure that it would be in there really well and to make sure that it wouldn't fall out. Once that was done, I went ahead and installed our 90-degree angle piece which we'd use to attach the hanger pipe that we'd put our clothes on. As you can see here, I just went ahead and tightened down that hanger piece really well to make sure it wouldn't go anywhere, and then finished it off with the end cap. Now at this point, our hanger is still just bare metal. I wanted to use some spray paint to make it look a little snazzier, but I wanted to also make sure I didn't get any paint on the baseboard. So I went ahead and just used the styrofoam sheeting that I had, and then just covered it all up with tape to make sure that we wouldn't get any of the paint on there. And then I just went ahead and used some 1-2-3 primer that I showed at the beginning to go ahead and just paint it so that we'd get our actual paint to stick. Once that was done, I went ahead and applied the black enamel and just gave it a good 2 to 3 coats to make sure that it would be strong enough to resist any scratches from the hangers. Once that was done, the hanger was pretty much ready to go, and as you can see here, it looks really good. It has that industrial look which would look great in either an apartment or a remodeled loft. Even though it stayed mainly in our living room, my wife even took this to several events to display her aprons on, which was a big hit with the customers. It was really easy to make, and total time from start to finish was only about 30 minutes. I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to make an inexpensive do-it-yourself industrial hanger. Don't forget to hit the like button below and subscribe for more awesome do-it-yourself home improvement and shop projects.